Let me ask you a couple of questions. Do you like 2D platformers? What about old school shoot 'em ups? And where do you come down on racing games and tennis simulators? Now, what if I told you that you could play all of these games at the exact same time using only one controller? That's the gimmick behind Super Multitasking, a clever new game that is guaranteed to scramble your brain and send your head spinning. It's like trying to play 4 WarioWare games all at once, and it's every bit as fun and frustrating as it sounds. Super Multitasking is a surprisingly easy game to describe and wrap your head around. The goal is to play and complete a series of bite-sized mini-games that pop up in 4 different parts of the screen. It's not as simple as completing a game and moving on, because they'll start to throw other games on top of the one you're trying to complete, creating this hectic scenario where you're trying to do your best to juggle the different screens. The good news is that the gameplay is easy to pick up. We learn right at the start that the horizontal top section is controlled entirely using the controller's shoulder buttons. The screen on the left uses the left analog stick, or D-pad. The middle section is the face buttons, and the right screen uses the right analog stick. It may take a game or two to get used to, but it all becomes second nature soon enough. Super Multitasking eases you into what becomes a punishing exercise in reflexes and concentration. The first minute won't be so bad, but the difficulty quickly ramps up as you're forced to deal with 3 and 4 minigames all at once. Sure, these are easy minigames that usually wouldn't be a problem on their own, but good luck trying to hit that tennis ball or dodging that anvil when 3 other screens are demanding your attention. Now, if you're looking for a game that'll keep you playing for hours on end, then you should just skip right on past Super Multitasking. This game will push you away by design, and I kinda worry about the people that'll spend all night trying to keep track of 4 separate screens. There's no way that's healthy. But as this novelty that you pick up and play in short bursts, I found this juggling act to be a lot of fun. That said, Super Multitasking is not without problems. My biggest complaint is there are only a handful of different mini-games. It may seem like a healthy variety at first, but they quickly run out when you're seeing several at once. It doesn't help that these mini-games are too simplistic for their own good, even by this game's standards. There's a real sense of repetition that'll set in with extended play, and I found myself wishing for 2 or maybe 3 times the amount of mini-games. Now, beyond the traditional time games, you'll also get a few other modes that add some replay. We get a practice mode and an extra difficult challenge mode, as well as a bonus section that lets us focus on one single event, such as endless tennis, spike ball, or a Flappy Birds clone. There are also a few different difficulty options, one of which nearly broke me. Yeah, Super Multitasking will melt your brain. While it may not be the game you spend hours playing, Super Multitasking is a mind-bending experiment that sees you trying to juggle multiple games at the same time. It's fun in much the same way as WarioWare, all while offering a completely different spin on the micro minigame formula. With a little more content, Super Multitasking would be a near-perfect time waster. Just do me a favor and don't blame me if this all leads to some sort of short attention span problems. Hey, thanks for watching our review. So here's the question I have for you. How many games are you currently playing? I don't think I'm normal, because I'm usually juggling at least a half dozen games, often more. One of these days, I should probably just post a guide on how to keep track of everything when you're reviewing a bunch of games at the same time. Anyway, let me hear your number in the comments below. In other news, there's still a bunch of reviews ready to go live this week, so do me a favor and click that subscribe button and support what we're doing here. Until then.